Quarantine cast 18 here in the trenches
People.
of Philadelphia.
Dude, let's get fucking wild, man. I can't wait for
It's
them
like,
to burn
dude,
this place down.
I know. Philly was like, what are we done with the race wars? Not today. What's this? Autist got a fucking knife? Put 14 in him and let's ride.
Dude.
It's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Dude, going full firing squad on that guy was fucking. That's kind of like, we were talking about that yesterday. About like, everyone's like, why didn't you shoot him in the leg? Now, I will say this. Everyone is saying, why didn't you shoot him in the leg? Why didn't you do that? I don't know what it's like to shoot anyone. Never have. However, there were people chiming in, and I don't know if this is true because, again, I don't fucking know. They're like, do you know how hard it is to shoot someone in the leg? Now, keep in mind, these guys are 5 fucking feet from them. However, they're also cops. They're trained to shoot different parts of you. I would assume everyone's like, yeah, man, they could have just shot him in the leg. People are like, it's very hard to do that. However, I got to be honest with you, man. You shoot it in the air and just tell someone you're going to shoot them, I think they'd stop. I got to be honest with you. I that's what I don't understand. Is like that just shooting blindly. And also, there were like, what, 4 of them? 4 cops to 1 guy, and they all had to shoot?
Christ, it looked like they had half the precinct out there.
Seriously, dude, what was that? That's the craziest part.
The kid's holding a fucking butter knife, and they're like, get him.
Unleash the fucking fury
of all the alternative weapons that police are able to get and use. You'd think a gun would be the least favorite thing. Now, I'm not saying there should be a favorite thing at all. I'm just saying.
There's one guy in the back with a fucking pole cue. He's like, this is my best fucking. Telling you.
Like,
wail on somebody.
He's got like a Gallagher mouth. He's like, time to shine.
Sergeant Thompson opens up his jacket. It's just a fucking sock full of quarters. Like, you see this? This got me through the pandemic.
He comes running at him like Silent Bob. He's like,
dude, I gotta be honest with you, man. You see a cop with a melee weapon like that, you're probably gonna
fucking be terrified.
What's going on here?
Yeah, let me get this out of the way too, because this is, like I said, this literally just happened. So it's funny because it actually is kind of a throwback to one of our older episodes, one of our like very first episodes. So my dad texts me out of nowhere. It just says, Mr. Eichhorn, who's my dad's like one of his best friends, and he's nuts. He goes, Mr. Eichhorn is planning on skateboarding down the West Cape May Bridge on Sunday, November 8th around 2 p.m. Who do you know can do a really good YouTube video of that? Pretty much guaranteed that he will kill himself. Should get a lot of views. So I go, Jesus Christ, I could do that. Why is he doing it? He goes, well, it's for his 70th birthday. He did it 40 years ago, and he's trying to resurrect his youth. And I said, dude, I'd be nervous skating down that bridge, and I'm 30 years younger, and I skateboarded for years. And he wrote, Mr. Eichhorn said you're a pussy. Now, keep in mind, this is the same bridge I had trouble walking over 3 times, just drunk. This asshole wants to fucking bomb it on a skateboard. And he's like, he goes, Mr. Eichhorn wants to know if you can find him some hockey shorts. What the fuck are hockey shorts? Like, I'm assuming he means hockey padded pants, like the shorts.
Definitely.
I was like, this motherfucker should be out there in a bomb suit. What are you talking about?
Dude, I hope he shows up and he looks like Christian Slater from Gleaming the Cube and just has one long cross earring like, it's about to get wild.
I just was like, also, it's like, why are you letting him do this? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
How old is this guy again?
Albert, he's older than my dad. So he's like 2 or 3 years older than my dad. So he's 69 now. He's turning 70 on November 2nd. And he wants to bomb the West Cape May Bridge.
He's got to do it. He better do it. I hope he doesn't back the fuck out, dude.
I don't give a fuck where I'm at that day or what I'm doing. I will fucking be there because this guy, and keep in mind, Mr. Eichhorn, he's like the big dude. He was the one that like he fought a lot with my dad's. I know all my dad's friends. He was the one beating the shit out of people. Always athletic. Still works full-time job. You know what I mean? Like he's very manual labor dude. So he's in shape, but it's like, I don't know, man. That shit goes out the window when you get on a fucking piece of plank with 4 wheels under it and you're turning 70.
You know what you need to do the night before? Just go out there and leave a fucking bunch of sunflower seeds all over the fucking...
Oh, dude, just dude, I'll oil slick it,
him. Dude, that would be the dude. he flies off, and you just see him like cartwheeling through the
That's
air.
all I want now because he called me a pussy. I thought he was gonna do like the whole thing, fucking. I thought he was gonna be like recreating that TikTok video where he's like holding. He's like, "It's only right." Oh God! Like recreation of TikTok video by Dreams of Fleetwood Mac goes terribly wrong today on the West Cape May Bridge. He falls off the bridge. I'm like, how do you get over there?
You just see his baby booty flip up in the camera, like,
yeah,
real quick. Like, oh yeah.
So if you live by the West Cape May Bridge on November 8th,
be there.
Oh my God.
Dude, that would also be the biggest letdown too. Like, I got to be honest with you.
Oh, if he makes it, it'll suck.
No, not if he makes it. No, I don't want him to make it.
No.
I'm just saying what will happen is if a bunch of people show up and they're like, come on, like, you can't back out. You look like such a fuck. And he strikes me as the type of guy.
Oh, dude, he'll do it. He'll do it. He'll definitely do it. He might get like 3 feet and just fucking wreck, but he'll definitely fucking do it. If anything, like, he's going to try to do it without pads or anything, you know, because he's just like, whatever, I'll just go straight. It's like, dude, this is such a bad idea.
Dude,
what?
You got to talk him up. You're like, you know what the kids are doing now? It's like they're strapping fluorescent bulbs to them because that's like what you need to do. It's just like,
I'm like, you want to get views on
like
Dude, I'm like, listen, Icorn, you want to get views on the YouTube. Let me fill you in as someone who's, you know, in the biz. You want to make this thing right? You put a full loop-de-loop at the end of that bridge and you take it full circle, my man. And you put rockets on that skateboard. You dumb retard.
What if somehow you convince him? What if you convince him somehow to like screw a light bulb into his ass? Like, just put it all the way in, all the way to the base, and be like, I don't know. He's like, that's the kid. I'm telling you, man.
No, I want to get him to do something like nothing. Yeah, dude, nothing crazy, but just make him wear like, all right, dude. Yeah, this shirt will be better. Just make him wear like a Proud Boy shirt and let him shoot him down the hill. Just something very subtle. He has no idea what Proud Boys are, so he would definitely wear it.
No, he's just like,
oh, that's a nice ass shirt.
I like that olive leaf. That's good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So that's that.
That's like, I mean, then again, I mean, if he does die, that'll be like some of the best news involving death that we've heard in the last month. He didn't die of police brutality, and he didn't die of a virus. He died trying to make it down a hill.
He bored down a bridge. That'd be funny at the end. Just there was 8 Philly cops that shot him. I'd be like, what was that for? Not even in your jurisdiction. What the fuck are you doing? You guys got to chill out, dude.
And they don't even have guns. One just has a fucking Zook. Just like
like the dudes in fucking Desperado. Dude's like just 2 fucking mariachi guys waiting at the end for him, just like so. Oh, dude just hits the guns. He's like, if he got blown away, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Dude, how crazy it would be. He's like bombing down. He's like, the police are coming. He's like, ah, damn it. One cop holding a tomahawk missile, just like make your move, hombre.
It's like the Joker missile. It's like uh-oh, that's up.
Oh. No. Man, no.
Dude, he is gonna fucking fuck himself up, and I cannot wait. Because all these old guys that have all my dad's friends who's busted my balls the most, between him and their other friend John, dude, they to this day still fucking rip me a new one every time I see him. So like, they don't think I'm gonna be there, dude, and I'm gonna be like, dude, if you're in any kind of padding, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you. But I don't think it's gonna really matter because he's a big dude. So I want to buy him like youth padding.
Dude, buy him one of those shitty like kids bicycle helmets that have like the mohawk on it. You're just like, just
Let's get him. I want to get him like 2 jock straps or 2 like cups and tell him they're elbow pads. So he's like, here I come.
dude, get him 2 cups and then get him a fucking soup pot with a horn on the top of it. Like,
he's like a lift off. This is the Wildwood. This is the equivalent in Wildwood to Mad Mike with a rocket. This is the closest Wildwood will ever come. Is fucking Mr. Eichhorn skateboarding down the West Cape May Bridge.
dude,
I'm gonna try and get it sponsored. I'm like, who's going out of business?
dude, just go into Modell's. They're all going down. Get every fucking piece of hockey equipment you can get and be like, put these skates on your hands. Go skate hand on the fucking thing.
He should be out there. Like I told him he should be in a fucking bomb suit, dude. Like he's fucking, searching for bombs in the Middle East. I was like, you're gonna fuck yourself up, dude. But whatever. I think it's hilarious. My dad's like, who can make good YouTube videos? I was like, you can hit record. What are you talking about? You think there's production teams for these fucking dumb YouTube videos? The funniest ones are some asshole holding a phone.
Dude, he comes out in a 1930s scuba diving outfit just with the big head. He's just like,
he's got his own high school football team. It's like, here I come. Wildwood Catholic Crusaders. Here we go.
You see this? Get ready for some shit. He's just like,
man, I hope this is what unites a lot of America. A good fuck up video can unite pretty much the entire country. I think people I mean, dude, think about it. Everyone's on board with the fucking Mexican skateboarding to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
I know, man.
Very simple, wholesome video. Him chugging cranberry juice. He's probably got a fucking whiz quiz the next day. God damn it. But sorry, that's profiling, and that's not what we do here.
It's not the thing here.
But come on, who's the fuck's chugging cranberry juice like that? Unless you got a fucking, he's like, I'm about to melt this cup tomorrow, dude. I had a weekend.
He's like, I have a UTI. A lot of people didn't know that. He's like, I was coming from fucking CVS, got some piss pills. My dick was hurting.
Dude. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out before I forgot. But it should be interesting. I don't know. No, we were talking about this earlier. I wrote it down because this was fucking hysterical. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I was telling you about when we were playing Warzone earlier. I said, because you grew up with a dad that's neither of my parents smoked, but my grandparents and pretty much the rest of my family did. All my aunts, uncles, everybody. But my parents never smoked. They hated it. But I remember when I'd stay at my grandparents' house, and this morning when I was outside smoking and like drinking coffee, I don't know, I just got, it's one of those things where you smell something and just it instantly reminds you of something that you haven't thought of in years. And what it reminded me of was sitting at my grandparents' table eating breakfast, and my grandfather next to me at 9, 10 in the morning, and he'd have probably a shot of something, and he'd draw circles and shapes. He loved that. And then he'd always be smoking Winston's. While I'd sit a foot away from him eating cereal when I was like 8 or 9. And I know. I always thought that was just kind of normal. I didn't know anything else. My dad used to get pissed as shit, not about the drinking or the shapes. That'd be funny if that's what he got mad about. He's like, I told you to quit with the fucking triangles, Pop.
He's like,
but he'd get mad about the cigarettes.
That's witch shit.
Yeah. He'd be like, oh, would you, quit it with the fucking cigarettes or my kid, let him start his day. And he's like, what? Like he's never, his whole excuse, my grandfather's whole excuse was, wait, you don't think you ever smelled a cigarette before? And he's like, that's not the point at all. You should be eating your smoke. But you do. That was my grandfather's excuse. He's like, wait, you don't think you ever smelled a cigarette before? You better grow up. These kids know everything these days. It's like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's not what I mean. He doesn't need to be eating the fucking smoke with his Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you retard.
That's the biggest, God, like, what's he going to come in next? And your pop-up's like shooting heroin into his ass. And your dad's like, what are you doing?
You never seen a needle before? Come on.
Opioids. Don't get there. Come on.
Dude. So fucking, it just reminded me of that. And I asked, did your dad ever, when you were like, a kid and you'd be eating, even
Yeah.
any food at the table, would he smoke, not thinking like, okay, there was an 8-year-old next to me. What do I give a shit? Because a lot of, back then, whatever.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
you
as
were
far as
saying you didn't really sleep there that much.
no. But like, if we ever slept over anywhere, there's always like a kid that I was friends with whose dad my dad was also friends with. So like we
Yeah.
had like just
Yeah.
sleeping over
We
or
had
like
them.
camping out in the backyard or whatever.
Sure.
But like my dad, he would like there wasn't a time where there wasn't a cigarette and a beer or like just a cigarette was always with him all the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like he would never smoke when people he wouldn't smoke normal. Like watching like when you smoke, it looks like you're like, oh, that's a smooth flavor or whatever.
Right.
My dad was like,
just regular.
dude, he would take the longest pulls off the cigarettes. It's almost like he hated it. He was just like, God, like he was just like, fuck. And he would, one thing I clearly remember, he would fucking take a huge pull and then take a like huge slug of beer and then exhale.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, I did that
Dude.
before, but in like high school to be like, yo, you think that smoke's gone? What's up? Let me finger you. You know what I mean? But then it's like, this shit hurt. That hurts, dude.
He
That fucks
always
your chest up.
hated it too. Dude, he'd be like, like, go over there and play. What are you doing over there?
He would just do that normally.
Yeah, dude, that's just how it's like you could just what are you doing? I thought this is how you smoked cigarettes, quite frankly.
Right. Yeah, because that's
Like,
probably
I
your
was
first
like-
fucking experience with it. Like I was like, I thought it was normal for if you're old enough and you could smoke, fuck the
what you
kids. I'll
do.
just light one up. But that was also in the days of like smoking sections too. You know what I mean? At restaurants.
Yeah.
But the funniest part was about our conversation was when I was like, man, it's crazy because I had a grandmom like, because my nan, she smoked too, but like not as much as my pop. And never around us. Like it would always like if we were out running around, she'd smoke inside, but never like when we were sitting there. But she was the one. This was hilarious because I was like, do you ever have like a cup of like orange juice and like even if it was like one sit down and you're like, what, ash in it? And I was like,
my dad
nope. I meant refill it immediately. Like if I took a sip, my grandma would be like right there to fill it up. I'm like, let me get down. You're like ash in it. I was like,
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
take
man.
a sip, and your dad's like, done with that. Here we go.
Like if you got up and walked away, it's almost like you had to like as a kid, dude. You like as a kid, he's like, yeah, you should put something over it. It's like, Dad, I'm not walking around with
He's
toasters
putting coasters over
Yeah, I was
your
like,
orange
what am I-
juice when you're 9.
on my fucking sippy cup. Like, don't ash in there, Dad. What are you
I'm
doing?
not done with it yet. It's like doing that for so a bartender doesn't take your drink. You put a coaster on top of it.
Yeah,
It's like,
dude.
whoa.
He would just look around, it's like, all right, just tap his fucking.
That's so funny. He applied firehouse rules to your kitchen table when you were kids. He's like, oh, no coaster on it. That's open game, right? Learn your lesson.
It was firehouse rule all the time we hung out with. If we wanted juice, we had to have one of those wooden nickels to get it for free.
And he wouldn't get it for you. He'd be busy in the garage playing shuffleboard. God damn. Oh, I got another game left, Ryan. You're going
Damn
to
it.
get yourself.
There's roast beef over there. Serve yourself. Get
Dude.
Kyle some fucking fruit, Rye.
Man,
All right.
it's funny. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was hilarious how you quickly jumped to what, ash in it? I was like, nope. That
I think
I was going to say refill it quick.
I mean, Kyle and I, like, if we were hanging out, like, we would just get up, we would, like, take a sip of something,
Yeah.
like, slam it as hard as we could, and then we'd, like, run off, go and play. And I'm pretty sure he was like,
Right.
"Ah, I don't know." It's
Yeah.
fucking whatever. But then there have been times where, like, you knew to take whatever you had with you because every time you'd run and, like, grab your juice and get it, they're like, oh, what the fuck? It's like,
Yeah.
3
Oh,
cigarettes.
dude. What was I don't know if you ever did this. I mean, I know you've done this as an adult or past the age of 16, 17 when you started drinking. Did you ever do that as a kid with one of Tom's cups? Did you get the cigarette cup or can?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, there was one time I remember like being a kid and like not paying attention. And like I'm at my buddy Nathan's house and we're just like fucking around. And I grabbed the cup I had. And like
Yeah.
I just like was about, he's like, ah shit. He's like, come on, Ryan.
Oh, he's like, you took a sip. I thought you were done. Come on.
Like, what'd you do? Like we all have like instead of milk mustache, we just have ash mustaches around him.
Dude, why? He just didn't have an ashtray around at all?
Dude, he would just flick butts anywhere, dude. It
Yeah.
didn't matter. He's like, just like it was just That
Yeah.
or in whatever receptacle. And in
Yeah.
like a while, I remember you'd be like, yeah, you can't throw them away because seagulls will eat them. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, God forbid the fucking seagulls get to him, dude.
And he goes home, he's like, Sue, here's the thing. Kyle may have drank 7 butts. I don't know if he's gonna be all right, but he'll probably be all right. He might.
Also, did I mention that I am preserving seagulls nowadays? So I don't know. My stock might have just went up in this Subaru. I don't know.
He puts his arm out. He's like, it might land on my arm. I don't know.
Nothing.
He's just like the only reason he's preserving seagulls is because the fucking Mustang he fucking drove was like a walking or driving landfill. It's just like all around.
Yeah. It's like pictures of the dump that you see, just fucking gulls everywhere, following this mound
Like,
of
"Hey, do
trash
not leave
coming down
me alone."
95.
Yeah, my
Dude.
dad's like, the only thing I can do is adopt them. I gotta take them on. You know, they gotta be. Maybe I can be the Lord of the Gulls. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something for me.
Dude, what a week, huh?
Oh my god, what
Crazy
a-
couple of weeks. I don't fucking. We haven't talked since last week, right?
No, man, I came down for like 2 of their shows, or what? Yeah, the whole night of the UFC, the whole day of the UFC.
Yeah. So Wednesday was with Jay, and Okani came down for the week, which was great to see Okani. He crushed. It was funny to see Okani nervous too, because he wasn't nervous, but he hadn't been on the road with me and Shane for like a month or so. And he was, but I mean, it was funny because like the first like 30, not even like 20, 30 seconds, I doubt anybody else could, but since I've been doing so many shows with O'Connor over the last year, I could hear him being like, and you know, in your head, that feels like fucking 20 minutes, but really it's like 10 seconds at most. And he's like, in what? Nope, that's not it. Where in your head? He's just like going through what he wants to do. And then he kind of got it and he crushed. Like he did great. He did great all weekend. He did great with Jay. He did great with fucking Dan. He did awesome. And then on Sunday, I hosted, which I thought I wasn't gonna do shit Sunday, but I hosted with Feeney and old Uncle Hanky came down. And it was great to see. I've never seen Mike do longer than like 10 minutes. I think I've seen him do like, you know, spots at the stand or wherever, but I've never seen him do like a host. And he did fine. He did great. But the crowd was like a little bit lighter. And obviously between Wednesday and Saturday, it was literally 7 sold out shows. So by the time Feeney came in, it was all right. He pretty much filled the bottom part, which was great. But it, like, I don't know, those Sunday crowds, man, they're just like really slow every time I've done a Sunday show to get them moving. And I was glad I've done a few already because, dude, by the time I fucking did like my second joke that got like I was like, oh yeah, Sunday shows, you fucking sacks of shit. I just started laughing because I was like, whatever, I'm done in 6 minutes. This is gonna be great. So I went out, I did whatever. But you know when it's weird, calm like that, you're like, maybe I shouldn't be just screaming fuck or shit and stuff. I'm like, let me back that down, which I did on a few times. I caught myself and just didn't curse where I usually do to punch it up. Nothing, you know. And talking comedy's gay, but the reason I'm doing it is because you know who doesn't follow that rule? H. Foley.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
it's like, what's up, you fucking sacks of shit? I was like, whoa, dude. Foley came out. He's like, my nephew, he's another fucking cocksucker. He's at this little friend Larry, piece of shit. I'd like to knock him the fuck out. You know, this little 9-year-old piece of shit. I was like, and like, they were into it, but not like, you know, they were Sunday crowd into it.
I'll tell you what, man. You get that ripple of weird like silence after like saying fuck or something. You feel like you just said it in like a church or like in an old age home.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
Saying that
yeah,
shit.
I mean, dude, there's times when it's regular shows, I feel like I was like, I should pump the brakes on curse because you hear yourself cursing so much, and it's like, all right, dude, it's and when you watch a tape back or listen to it back, you're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck's wrong with me? But he did fine. Feeney did well. And it was funny because he started. This is funny. I can say it now because everyone knows. Sunday, we're sitting in the green room, me, him, and Mike. Mike walked out. He was setting up a camera. He was recording a set. And Foley goes, yo, why got you here by yourself? I should tell you now, you know, so you don't hear from somebody else so it doesn't sound weird. You know what I mean? But it's not weird. I don't know. It's not even that big of a deal. But, you know, I wanted to tell you. And I was like, what's up? And right at that moment, Feeney walked in, and I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, fuck you want? And he just looks at me and goes, yeah, them cheesesteaks were good. So I picked up on like, okay, well, obviously he can't tell me with Mike in the room. I was like, yeah. I was going to be like, but what did you mean by it's going to sound weird because you're about to tell me something, you know? And then Feeney came back in and you totally changed the subject. Mike, sit down. He's about to tell us something.
Yeah,
but finally, yeah, Mike came in to like grab a wire and left. And then I was like, so what's up? He's like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I was like, yeah, I picked up on it when you were like, if that was why it's weird because you went and got fucking cheesesteaks. He told me that they left gas. That him and Kevin left Gas Digital. I was like, oh. And then I forgot that Feeney and Cannon have a show on there. They have Irish Goodbye, which I don't know. Whatever. And I was like, oh, no shit. I was like, you're already out, huh? He goes, yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, that was quick. He was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I get it. It's business. You went for the exposure. You want to start the Patreon up, and that's where the fucking money is. But I was talking to Kevin because I went up and did, here. All right. So that was that. So Monday night, I don't know who watched it, but Legion of Skanks had a little bit of a rough one, which, wow. I mean, it just got nuts. It was like, it was funny because like, I was talking to Kevin up there and I was like, dude, congrats on the move, man. You know, it's glad I heard you guys talk to Lewis. He was cool about it, everything. You know, obviously you're here, you're on Legion Skank. So obviously, you know, he's like, yeah, he knows, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but, pretty big dive out there. I was like, dude, I hope you get no one on this Patreon, dude. I fucking hope people are like, fuck this.
I think it's so funny that Foley's like, I don't want, like, I'm not saying that Feeney wouldn't have made a big deal or would have or whatever, but I think it's so funny that he's like, hold on, I got something. Like he was gonna break some terrible news. It would have been so funny if he doubled down. If you're like, all right, tell me. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking a 15-year-old. Just yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't.
Dude, I'd be like, whoa, what? He's like, no, we left gas. I just didn't want to say that in front of him. I was like, you went from banging a 15-year-old to leaving gas? What the fuck?
Wait for him to be like, yeah, he's like, Feeney, you know, you might not want to put this out because I'm fucking kids. I'm out of
Weird, I know.
He's like, look, Uncle Hank ain't got a lot of action on the side. I just go where I can get it. You know what I'm saying? These kids, they love me. I'm like a father figure. It's all kids. I'm fucking them. All right.
So then Monday night, with Skanks was the trial of Ari, Lewis, and Shane for Dose and Jay. And it was funny. I mean, it was cool. And then at the end, there was a bit of a skirmish, I would say. I don't know. There was fireworks went off or some loud noises went off. Not sure where they procured those. And then Ari spazzed. It was hilarious though. Ari's fast, dude. Just started chucking glasses. It was fucking hilarious. But that was nuts.
Oh my god.
And then Tuesday I died for a whole day.
Yeah, you definitely did. You definitely went into a hole. I honestly was like, what the fuck happened to him? Because I was gonna ask you about everything that happened. And then you just never responded. I was like, he might be dead. I was like,
I was hurting. And then it was funny too, because I was like, I'm gonna go a good week. Like this weekend coming up, no shows. I was like, nice, got the weekend off. Fucking hang in Philly. And then, driving home fucking Tuesday, they're like, so a man shot 14 times by the Philadelphia police. I was like, come on, dude. Come the fuck on.
It's like you can't get away, dude. It is quicksand, dude.
And it's just so funny reading, and not to get into this shit, but it is funny. And well, anyway, so what I was getting at, I'll get back to that. But what I was getting at was like, I wanted to come home and just, take a day to fucking do nothing. It was a long fucking week, man. It was a lot. So then Matt and Shane booked Tuesday night coming up for election night, which is great. Dan and Jay are going to come down. There's other people. I can't mention them because I don't know who is confirmed. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of pop-ins. I'll tell you who is confirmed. Me. I'll be on it. I'll be there. I don't know if I'm on. They're doing like 8:30 to 11:30, so it's going to just be rotating seats.
I could only imagine what kind of fucking revolving door of bullshit that's going to be.
I mean, it's either going to be a bunch of Jack Bros breaking tables or a bunch of Jack Bros crying and breaking tables.
Yeah, I was going to say, either way, it's going to be something else. Dude, that
The
fucking,
Matt and Shane secret podcast fans from the Philly area, strictly talking about the Philly area, there's some wild boys, dude. They're good dudes, great crowd members, but there's some wild motherfuckers, dude. They get nutty. So I'm actually really excited for Tuesday, and hopefully this fucking curfew. Well, it's not tonight, right? There's no more.
No. It was only one day, which I also
cool.
thought was like, what's the point of that? There's no point of that. Like, if you're gonna don't get me wrong, I don't think curfews actually hurt anyone or help anyone. But if you institute a curfew, what's the point? It's like, one day. It's like having one beer. What the fuck is the point? Like, you might as well not do anything. And every place in the city is like boarded up, like they're weathering this like fucking Katrina. It's pretty insane, dude. Like, They
tell you to not do anything for a night. They're like, look, I get it. The cops shot this kid 14 times. Yeah. Here's how we're gonna solve it. Nobody out past 9. You're welcome. It's like, and it's so funny because our police commissioner is named Outlaw. She's a fucking retard. She don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Not at all.
No,
that's the craziest thing, man.
Yeah,
it's like
she's an outlaw to intelligence. She's a rebel against knowing what the fuck she's doing. She's an outlaw to being she's, I don't know how to say this. Let's just say she's an outlaw to being normal and knowing how to think and talk. She's a straight up retard on the prowl. Dude, she's got a 6-gunner retard.
Yeah, she's a retarded Jesse James, dude.
She's like, boom, shoot him again. Boom, put on a curfew for one night. Pow. I'm retarded.
She's holding one cap gun and one Roman candle. She's like, you see this?
She lifts up her legs. She got a slingshot. She's like, don't make me go to the sling. I'll shot ya. You know who should be doing less? Hunter Biden.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
He's like, hey, Dad, what are you running for president? Not anymore. He's banging strippers. So, like, yes, dude. Yes.
He's like, we can't
pretty much. He's got my vote. Dude, that's the whole. If Biden's and Harris, whoever's in, like, obviously, people who watch this know we're not really up on the politics or whatever. But it's kind of hard not to follow this insane
it's pretty crazy
thing. But what's hilarious is, like, if they think that was bad for Biden, you're probably pulling some Trump votes with that. It's like, wait, whoa. This is his son that's doing all the blow, banging all the fucking Russian hookers? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Biden sound pretty good right now, dude. Who's that fine ebony he's got running with him?
That'd be funny, too. Is if Hunter Biden just took everything that Trump did and just like cranked it up a notch. He's like, yeah, they peed on a mattress. Like, they show Hunter Biden on a boogie board getting shit on.
That'd be funny. Yeah, he tried to up Trump. He's like,
oh, dude.
Here we are. He's like, here we are, same bed that Obama slept in and Trump peed in. Well, I'm going to step it up a little bit. Biden Harris. He's like, oh, God. It's just shit storms on him. He's like, put it on the chest so they see.
He's got a punching balloon full of a stripper's fart. He's like, check it out.
I mean, dude, it's so funny to, like, all this shit coming out and people are still taking this serious. I was like, I don't know. I look, number one, family of presidents should never play a part in any race. Think about it, dude. Yeah. If you look at past presidents like brothers or spouses, I mean, dude, you ever look at Jimmy Carter's brother? That guy's a functioning retard, dude.
They named a
like peanut beer or some shit or whatever the fuck he was doing. Yeah, fucking Clinton's brother, Bush, all his brother, they're retarded.
Ted fucking Kennedy killed a person, dude. It's like, you gotta, like,
that's what I'm saying. Away from it's like, dude, these whole fucking both sides, Trump, Biden side, they're both retarded. This should be uniting us to be like, you know what? I feel like this government shit is not working out.
It didn't work as good as we thought it was. It was a good dude. And they also keep referring it to the American experiment. I'm like, yeah, aren't we gonna get out of this?
I don't want that in my government. I don't want to experiment with anything in my government, dude. I think we need a plan, dude. What is this? The Bridgeport Stress Factory? Get a fucking plan in place, dude. What are we doing out here?
Everybody's got a lab coat on with beakers. Like, we don't get it.
That's a horrible, horrible word to use.
Dude,
experiment.
The American experiment, dude.
You know, the whole economy is suffering, unemployment through the roof. I think it's time for a little experiment. It's like, what?
We've been doing it for 235 years and we still haven't figured anything out. It's like,
Yeah, dude. It's funny too. I saw some girl tried to go after Kaepernick, tried to put the DOS on him where it was like Kaepernick, some Instagram model bitch that Kaepernick made wanted to hook up with, so she agreed to. And I think she was in New York and he was in San Fran at the time, you know, playing for the Niners, and fucking he made her pay for her own
I heard about
to come out there. And I was like, well, you're just a retard. What do you, dude? That makes Kaepernick the man. You still went out there. You still banged him and he didn't pay for your. I don't get these girls. It's like when the bitch with fucking Yamor Yager, she's like, well, I'm going to put this out that I'm only an 18 or 19-year-old supermodel and this idiot's banging me. I'm like, is he married? No, he's single. He's 52.
Yeah.
He's the man. I don't, what are you trying to get? You think any guy in this fucking world is going to be like, what a piece of shit. I'm like, yo, Yager rules.
You think
fucking, wait, did I say, yeah, Kaepernick. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
If it's not causing a scandal, like why would anybody give? I think that's like, yeah, they're like, I can't believe you believe this scumbag. I'm like, do I believe?
What's the scandal? That you're retarded and paid for your own plane ticket?
Be different if Yager was fucking firing pucks at your ass while you're bent over and there's a video of that. I'd be like, dude, that's
like, check this out. I'm legal age of consent. He's single. I'm single. And we had sex, and I'm gonna take a selfie. It's like, dude, he probably has 12 in his phone you don't know about while you were sleeping. He was probably like, woo.
He's over you with his fucking dick like the Sandman. Just like
he's in a group chat with a bunch of old NHL guys, Messier and Tucker, like fucking classic Yager, dude. God, he's the man.
He's messaging these guys and fucking Niedermeyer's just digging a shallow grave for a hooker. Like, man.
Theo Fleury's like, yo, he's Yogs, dude. Yogs is crushing still, dude. Fuck me with that mullet too. Fucking Christ, good for him.
Gretzky messages back the homemade bomb he's made. He's like, coming for you.
Yeah, right. Gretzky's like, all right, guys, you know, she seems pretty young. They're like, fuck you, faggot, fucking Gretzky, you pussy. He's like, yo, that's a shot I would definitely take. You know what I mean, Wayne?
The great one in your face.
More like the lame one, dude. It's like, shut up, Wayne. Wayne's like, come on, guys, that's a female. They're like, shut the fuck up, Gretzky. God, you ruined all this shit. We're all married 30 years. We used to see some young puss. Thank God for Yogs out here. Crushing Yog puss.
Crushing fucking. That's the thing, though, too, is that like Yager's a million in hockey years. It's like 52, fucking an 18-year-old. I don't think that's that. That ain't that
it's
bad.
Also, I know we're kind of like drifting off from the whole Biden thing, but it's also like, yeah, the shit with Hunter Biden, it's like, okay. Now, I know all the QAnon guys and the fucking theory guys are going to be like, well, there's Russian dealings. I go, dude, I'm not looking into that. What I'm speaking on, let's be very clear. I'm speaking on strictly, how does this fucking picture of him banging some fucking Russian hooker affect the presidency or the race in general? In my opinion, it shouldn't at all. His kid's a fucking coke, sniff and blow doing hookers. He's been rich his entire life. What the fuck do you think rich kids do, dude?
Seriously.
It's infuriating when people are like, well, we can't vote for Joe. I'm like, dude, was the pictures of Joe? No. He's a retard on his own fucking things. You know what I mean? Like, don't tie in Biden. We're gonna talk about kids. Didn't the one Bush girl go on a fucking coke binge screaming the N-word at some fucking concert or some shit?
That's kind of like the other thing I've never really gotten either. Is like, don't I understand,
what, doing coke, yelling the N-word at a country concert?
Yeah, I never got it. Just grow up. That's being a kid. No, I just think that when people bring up hookers in any type of political realm, like, what are you? Why anybody's ever shocked about that, or like just like can't believe it? I'm like, you can't believe it. Let's stop with this fucking dumb, like naive sensibility in not only just the Republican Party but the Democrat. Let's stop being like, oh, these like men of God. Like, do you really think that the American populace is that fucking stupid? Everyone knows you're banging someone you're not married to, and even if it were to come into it, why are we like, that son of a bitch? It's like, no, man, that's what rich people do. They fuck everybody, dude. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
I don't. That's what I mean. I'm what should we call it? So here's what I saw. Maybe I'm missing this up. I know the one of him in the tub where he was like dry cooled up, and then there was the one of him in the bed with the chick, right? Is there any other ones? Sorry,
I don't think
there was
so.
something on my camera.
As far as I know,
That was it. Okay,
yeah, as far as I know.
that's what I mean. It's like, okay, so I get it. It's close to the race. More of this shit will come out. Dude, Monday and Tuesday is going to be it's going to be the fire fest. It's going to be fucking insane.
Go stupid.
And social media is going to be fucking ridiculous. And that's why I'm glad Matt and Shane are coming down to do the show on Tuesday because, dude, what was it? I guess, 4 years ago. Yeah. I remember the election night where I was. We were at fucking Fergie's open mic. Jesus. Drunk as shit after. Wait, which one was? Or Medusa open mic. Remember Medusa was on because we were at Helium. We were at the Helium mic on Tuesday. We went to Medusa, and when we went to Medusa, I think it was probably around 10 o'clock. And Trump, that's when the fucking world started to turn there. So basically, Shane, by the time I'll put it like this, Shane said, and I think he closed. He was making fun of everyone in there. He's like, "You guys thought this wasn't going to happen, and here we go." And everyone's like, "All right." By the time we got home, me, him, and McCusker, I think, and Wood probably, but we all stayed up the entire night watching this. And we were just posting pictures of dudes working out. We're like, "You guys watching this election?" I don't know. Just people like, it was just dudes doing like lifts. Like, "You're gay." I'm like, "No way, dude. Trump's a bad," making fun of everything about this. And then you sit there and go, he won. He fucking won. And I don't know. I've heard from both sides on this that Trump's going to lose. I also heard that Biden's going to get fucking blown away. That's the one thing I keep hearing. I keep hearing Trump may lose, but I also hear Biden is going to get crushed.
We'll fuck.
I have no idea.
I don't either. And it's also like, I think it was another thing that I found very like people like, what? Like the whole idea of people being blown away, like when they were talking about like Russia possibly interfering like four years ago, and people were like, "I can't believe it." I'm like, you can't believe it? Yeah. Like, let's get out of this fucking box of fucking idiot. That's why every country laughs at us because we're like, people be like, "I can't. There's no way that could have happened." I'm like, yeah. What are you fucking talking about? You're dealing with people who are secret agents, dealing with the internet, and they have hackers on either side, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. This is the way it works. It's the fucking. I don't understand why we're so blown away by it. It fucking doesn't make any sense to me.
It's so funny because it's like, with the internet and everything, everyone's just looking for the next thing to be like, aha, fuck you. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe just because I don't give a shit what people, if they talk negative about me or something I like on the internet, I just, what do I give a fuck? All right, that's your opinion. Good for you, man. That's what it's there for. Talk shit. I don't get mad, but then there's this whole world of people that are like, okay, well, he just said fuck Biden. Prepare for a 16-point fucking tweet. And it's like, dude, for what? At the end of it, somebody's going to be like, shut up, dyke. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm going to laugh. I'm not going to read your tweet. I'm going to laugh at that guy's tweet.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hydra. Once you fucking cut off one head, two other ones will shut the fuck up. The other thing that I think is crazy too is that like I said before, when we're blown away by hookers and blow, I feel fucking cheated. That's all we're getting. I feel cheated. All we're getting.
Yeah, I expect that on that's like a Wednesday for most of these guys. I'm like, whoa, dude, that's not come with something.
Seriously,
else.
I would love if there was a picture of Hunter Biden, honestly, like eating the brains of a dog, just like thumbs up, like that. Be like, now that.
Or like Biden was the guy on the grassy knoll. He was the second gunman. I'd be like, whoa, dude. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
He's a time travel. Like, I have the money, dude.
He's too retarded too. He's behind the fence, like he's at that he's like, and now you're mine.
Or if just Hunter did something so off base now, like if he just showed up to like a party in blackface, but also dressed like a Nazi, just like, what's up, dude? My dad's running for prez. It's like, wow, now that.
I mean, fucking the Prince did.
Yeah, dude, you can't stop it. But then he's royalty, man. We're not in.
Yeah, he was like, "What?" They're like, "What's your outfit?" He's like, "I came dressed as the guys that we had to get the U.S. to save us from."
Well,
That's right, baby.
Remind us we're the losers, dude.
Yeah.
But no,
Dude.
I think it'd be funny if Hunter Biden dressed up like David Bowie, but David Bowie dressed up like a Nazi. He's like, I'm David Bowie as the Nazi.
He just has the SS over his eye. It's like, whoa, dude. Not like the lightning in your painting behind you, which is clearly the Bowie thing. He just does the SS. He's like, what? It's me, David Bowie. They're like, I don't know what Bowie that's from. Am I right? Am I right?
It's a star man, only, Star David man. You don't get it. It's like, you don't fucking understand. You know
the star, how we knew who they were, like, ugh. He's like, they have that one song. It's called Bullet Train. It's like, what the fuck? That's not a fucking Bowie song. It's like, what?
Bullet Train.
Like, Bullet Train. He's like, yeah, dude. You don't remember that one?
As far as it's called Think About It.
The one song is just the guy from Falling Down. I'm on your team. Think about it. You believe this shit?
Yeah, just weird echoes of that.
That guy, that's what Hunter Biden needs to do. Okay. If he wants to lock, I'm going to tell you right now, if somehow this gets to any of the aides for the Biden-Harris side, let me tell you something. Here's a little hint. All right. Can I talk into the camera? I'm going to talk right into the camera. If you want to win this race, dude, I go full on fucking Wahlberg from Boogie Nights. Can I look at the camera and I say this? It's like, okay, if you want to win this race, you have Hunter Biden come out dressed like the guy from Falling Down in the middle of Biden's speech and just go berserk. He will get every fucking vote known to man. If he doesn't, I don't know, then the fucking Trump side's retarded. That'll pull the Trump side over.
That's what I want, though, man.
If he just shows up, he's like, they're great for stomping queers. So it's like, whoa, Hunter, what's going on? He's like, hold on, Dad.
Dude, why don't you call Kamala Vice President S? Like actress. Something to signify.
He just brings out a boot in the middle of his dad's speech. He's like, these are good. They're combat, real sturdy. Waffle on the bottom. They're great for stomping queers.
Hunter Biden is just caught. He's just caught in a Jeep with a Santa Claus with a swastika on. He's like, that would be a good scandal. Like, dude, I want something good, man. I'm tired.
He's getting dragged off the stage. He's like, you believe this?
He knocks over like a thing. Damn.
The podium.
Dude, dude, I don't know, man. I'm just the hookers and blow thing is so played out. That's
sorry. Sorry. We're all over the place. This is wild. But what I'm saying is, I think it sucks that is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, that scares me for the Trump side, dude. And I don't really care who wins, but at the same time, that scares me for their side because it's like, dude, that's all you got? His kid being awesome? I don't know, man. I'm kind of going with that at this point, dude, because everyone on Trump's side fucking is gay. His whole family. Dude, Ivanka, she needs to pull out the fucking, she better pull something out real quick, dude. You know what I'm talking about.
We need some sniz pics, dude. That's what we need.
I mean, dude, one of the Trump boys' wives or Ivanka better get up on that fucking pony, dude.
Dude, what if her scandal was just like she got caught selling skid marked underwear on fucking OnlyFans?
That'd be funny if she was getting farted on by a Chuck Berry lookalike. I'd be like, you got my vote. I'm Trumped in, dude.
You see her hand spreading open a butt cheek. She's like, dude, Ivanka getting farted in her mouth, or like that just becomes her kink. Like somebody finds it out.
At this point, that's politics. No one gives a shit about what these guys are going to do in office because they're not going to do any of it. If anything, they're going to fuck it all up. The only, dude, it's our politics, and the presidential race has basically come to cancel culture of finding dirt on people from their past or whatever in their personal life and try and shut them down because that's what everybody wants. Nobody gives a fuck what Biden's got to say. At least I don't. I don't give a fuck what Trump has to say. I don't give a fuck what Biden has to say. As far as I'm concerned, both of them are going to let me down. You know what I mean? As far as personally, that's it. I'm not talking about anybody else. Exactly. So at this point, and not to say I'm not on board with it. Go fucking dig dirt, dude. They got Hunter fucking doing blow. get Ivanka fucking shooting ping pongs out of her puss. You know what I mean? I'm sure she got a little wild at Penn.
You know she did.
Mm-hmm.
You know she did. Like that's what I'm saying. It's just like I don't know, man. I just I mean the political policies of what these two people are like really standing for is on a house of cards made of like whatever they did 3 fucking weeks ago or whatever
Yeah.
the foundation is like what their fucking kids do. It's so
Yeah.
honestly, that's what you like. The problem with Trump is that fucking dipshit. He appointed all of his kids to work for him. Like
Yeah,
Hunter
which is,
Biden.
isn't that illegal?
That's what I also I thought
I
that
mean,
was
I don't know. I don't fucking, I'm not even going to start
who
talking
gives
about
a shit?
policies
I thought
because I
it
have no idea. I
would be
really
a
don't give a shit
conflict of
either.
interest, but what the fuck do I know? All I do
Yeah.
know is like that's a crazy confident move when you have all your fucking children who are borderline fucking retarded and completely unqualified to do anything. However,
Yeah, that's great. That's like my dad becoming president and hiring me to do everything and just leaving Marty on the sidelines. Not hiring Marty or my sister, just putting me in charge. And my brother's like, "What's happening?"
you just have
You
a
want him to do
sash that
this.
says
Okay.
in charge on it. You're like, see
Oh,
this?
you seen that?
See that? I'll be over here drinking root beer. Check.
Like, I'll take. I'm doing yo-yo.
Dad, you see this? Biting out a can.
I'm just on the podium. I'm like, hey, I'll take. All right. Let's wrap this up. We can go to Patreon if you want and do a fucking go more politics. I don't want to fucking keep talking about politics on the public. Yeah, it's gay. What's coming up? Everything else is in November. I'm not going to plug anything till then. But yeah, this Tuesday coming up, election night. If you're in the Philly area, Helium, Matt and Shane will be live. Soder and Jay will definitely be there. I can definitely tell you there'll be more pop-ins. I'm not sure who. They're just waiting for confirming. My internet is unstable. Fantastic.
Very.
Okay, am I back now?
Yeah, but you were like,
all right. Anyway, Tuesday night, if you're in the Philly area, Matt and Shane at Helium, I'll be there. Shane, I'm sure you might be there. I don't know what's going on. It'll be nuts. So we'll see. What else? What do you got coming up?
Besides the Pat House show that moved from the 11th to the 18th at Helium, Pat House is doing a recording there, and then the 21st at Odd Logic with Rich Voss. That should be fun.
The Voss man, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yes, that shows me. I think I'm gonna go to that. I got to see the Voss, dude. All right, we're gonna switch over to Patreon and fucking talk shit on politics. I got a couple ideas.